it starts with a fall and it ends up with a kiss at a Christmas party. And I started reading Yeats to see how you think and what you dream of. And now you walk on clouds, but I don't think that that is enough now. But it's all that I can give you, a legend of some fortune. See columns of fire, while I'm out here chasing the tide. And there's shadows on the moon, and I'm running into the darkness. And the waves are getting close. This is the gospel according to no one. Try to be perfect, just be good. We all have our secrets that no one knows. And it's the glory that makes a man. It's just the ending that I can't stand.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday to you all. You are very welcome to Spotlight here on Dublin City FM. My name is Ruth Medjber, and over the next 2 hours, I am going to bring you a smorgasbord, a charcuterie board of fantastic new Irish tunes. We will float across all genres, from rock and pop to indie to electro, a little bit of hip hop, because the Irish music scene right now is bubbling. It is melting. It is like steaming off the pot. It has completely come to the boil. It's fantastic. Honest to God, the next 2 hours are stuffed full of banging new Irish tunes. I am broadcasting to you today, not from our beautiful fair city. I do miss her so much, but I am spending 3 weeks in Paris, France. I am in the Irish Cultural Centre on Rue des Irlandais here in the heart of Paris. And I have cornered one of the artists in residence in this fabulous space, Sarah Byrne, who has agreed to come on our show and do a little interview and maybe even read a poem of hers. So you've got loads to look forward to on today's show. I'm going to start us off with a banger, because that's what we do here. It's just all good tunes. I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to keep the energy up. You know what? It's Wednesday afternoon. We need to have a little bit of a bop. This is by a young fella. I do say young fella because he is young, 21 years of age, and to be writing tunes like this, come on. This is Mild with Dial In.
number you have dialed is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep.
That was Dial In by Mild, a 21-year-old young fella called James Donnelly lashing out those tunes. And from one 21-year-old to another, I have so much faith in the youth of Ireland that they are creating incredible music. This is RL Beats with Kieran Cole playing I'm the One You Need.
Situations bring you back to me. Oh, love is never break up. I guess you won't pass on. Forget I bit the bullet for you, for you. I wrote a song to many pennies, so I hope you hear me know that I've been thinking about you. Oh, thinking about you. When it's dark out, I'm the one you need. Yeah, listen to the beating of your heart sound, heart sound. When it's dark out, I'm the one you need. Yeah, listen to the beating of your heart sound. Sound, da-da, 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 no, da-da, da-da, oh. Every bit of bring your love for me, oh, and unforgettable. You'll see me more. I'm all yours, I'm all yours.
just heard Orel Beats with Kieran Cole, I'm the One You Need. Let's keep it young and hopeful here on the radio, playing brand new Irish music. This is a very young band from Wicklow called Lazy Gold, Layzeegold. They are producing some beautiful pop tunes from Wicklow. This is a song called Sarah's Song, and you know what? It's Wednesday, I'm feeling good. Let's dedicate this to every Sarah who is listening. Sarah, this is for you. I hope you're having a great day, my darling.
It's easy say I die for you, so I'll be here every day. Don't know what you're going through, don't need you to explain. If you don't know what to say when you're not okay and you can escape, let me carry some weight. I know your fake smile, can see what you hide. No need for goodbye, just speak, it's alright. The rain come but the sky can get brighter. Get back up, I know you are a fighter. Start again because you are the writer. This is your story, you're a survivor. It's easy say I die for you, so I'll be here every day. Don't know what you're going through, don't need you to explain. If you don't know what to say when you're not okay and you can escape, let me carry some weight. Your style, hard to see through your eyes. Won't believe, give it time. Want to leave, please don't cry. The rain come but the sky can get brighter. Get back up, I know you are a fighter. Start again because you are the writer. This is your story, you're a survivor. It's easy say I die for you, so I'll be here every day. Don't know what you're going through, don't need you to explain. If you don't know what to say when you're not okay and you can escape, let me carry some weight.
Such a wreck now, trying to get out of my head. It's such a mess, how can I get
was young, I wanted to be the best, not just somebody else who would die. It was just on my mind, not joking the whole time. But then I met you and I could no longer search, cause I found it was just meant to be. I'm not lying, you see, cause I need you. I wanted to be free, I wanted to be me, I wanted to believe in someone that meant something somewhere. I guess I mean I'm happy, I swear. When we were together we would laugh and cry. We weren't just tearing apart, we weren't just tearing apart. 'Cause I need you. 'Cause I need you.
That was Somebody's Child with I Need Ya. And before that, we heard Valerie Rose with My Head. Have you turned it up yet? I expect you have. That's what this show is designed for you to just increase the volume as we go along. We're kind of rocking it out the first hour here. I do want to keep the temperature hot and the beats pumping because it's Wednesday in January. Everyone's kind of miserable, right? But why? Why are we? Life is good. Life can be good. And if it's not good today, it'll be good tomorrow. You just gotta hang in there. Okay, let's crack on, shall we? With an aptly titled song called Some Beaming. Now, this is by an artist that I absolutely know nothing about, and not for lack of trying. M-O-I-O. Moyo? I have no idea. I just really like the song in my quest to bring you the freshest new tunes. That's what happens. I find bands that don't have bios or websites, or they're just very hard to track down, but I love the tunes and I hope you will too. Here is Some Beaming.
I see the sunset in the sky, I see the stars begin to align. Off we go, night, through the seasons, the snow, through the snows, through the blood on the wall. Open the door, we'll be ready for sure. Ready to go. I think that we're lost. Think that we're lost. There's no way. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Let's get away. Follow the light. You never know. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Bitch, I'm in my bag, boy. Bitch, I'm in my bag, boy. If you wanna stop the flow, then we're gonna have a problem, boy. If you want a problem, then we got a problem. Bitch, we back, right. Bitch, I'm in my bag. 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 Think that we lost. Think that we lost. This thing we we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Let's get it. Let's follow the light. Let's move. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Yeah, yeah. Don't let me fall. Don't let me fall. Don't let me fall. Don't let me dance. Bitch, I'm in my bag. 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 Bitch, I'm in my bag, boy. 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 Bitch, I'm in my bag, boy.
Yes. Are you enjoying the tunes? Have you turned it up? Am I bringing joy to your Wednesday? Because you're bringing joy to mine. You know what? I love this. I love sitting down every week and kind of researching the hell out of brand new Irish music and getting so giddy that we have so much talent pouring out of our incredible island. If by chance you are one of those musicians that has a new song that you'd like to send my way, do it. Just do it. That's what this show is for. This is community radio. We are here to showcase the community and all the talents that you might have. Now, normally we would do an arts and culture guide, and I will bring on artists and photographers and all sorts of amazing people who are putting on events. But because it's January, I'm taking it quiet. I'm in Paris. I'm just going to take it easy. So we don't have an arts and culture guide for you this week or next week, but we will be back with some after that. So if you are a musician with a new tune, a poet with some new work, a photographer with an exhibition, maybe you've got a market stall, maybe you've got a new shop, maybe you've got a book coming out, let me know. Let me know and we can arrange a little interview or a plug right here on Dublin City FM with me on Spotlight. So you can get me Spotlight at dublincityfm.ie. Whatever it is you're up to, send it my way. Let's play, I'm going to say a brand new song, but it's actually her first ever song. This blows my mind. When I listened to this piece of music, I was like, there is no way that this is this woman's first tune. Her name is Bláithín O'Connor. She goes by the moniker Bonneer, Bonneer, and here is her debut single called Strangers.
Soft, just
I'm bad news, none of it's real. He said, control yourself. Always in a bad mood, fuck how you feel. I guess it's in my head. I bet you taste sour. Call me after hours. Telling you the truth now, baby, no deal. I'm running out of it. I'm caught up on a razor. They always ask for papers. My doctor said be grateful. Your heart is on the table. I'm wasted on the same one. You said we'd order later. I'm shaking your brain and I found I'm losing me. Don't take it back, tell me what you really mean. I'm a trap, calling all your enemies. I smell a rat, one of you is cheating me. You're done, you're on my radar. Cataracts, nothing you can really see. Said relax, you're wasting all my energy. From the back, she put it down in front of me. You're done, you're on my radar.
I got a lot to do, I got a lot to see. Now who I'm meant to be, not yet. Made amends with my enemies, they're gonna envy me, don't know why. Cause I root for them fallacy, they believe fallacy. Fake news made the headlines, we know. Very few blame it on the ego. Many more gonna say it's not a fault, but they end up breaking hearts, yeah. End up being straight dogs, yeah. Watch them like CCTV, beep, jump inside a car. Tell them cause they're on my radar. I don't wanna die yet, no. I don't wanna die yet, no. These days I'm not really into it.
I'm caught up on a razor. They always ask for papers. My doctor said be grateful. Your heart is on the table. I'm wasted on the same one. You said we'd order later. I'm shaking your brain and I found I'm losing me.
Don't take it back, tell me what you really mean. I'm a trap, calling all your enemies. I smell a rat, one of you is cheating me. You're done, you're on my radar. Cataracts, nothing you can really see. Said relax, you're wasting all my energy. From the back, she put it down in front of me. You're done, you're on my radar.
You know that I wanna be at home.
with us. Before the break, you heard Radar featuring Jafaris, the brand new tune from Days. Then cracked straight on with Loving Girl by F.A. And we are about to take another brand new Irish track. That's what we do here. If you haven't noticed, we play only Irish. And you know what? If you like what you hear, you can listen back in podcast format wherever you like to get your podcast, whether it's on Apple, on Spotify, on YouTube, wherever it is. We've got you covered. Just search for Spotlight with Ruth Medjber, Medjber. I know it's a funny name, but that's why I go by Ruthless Imagery. If you want to track me down on social media and say hello, send me some links, send me whatever you want, Ruthless Imagery is where you will find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of those places. This is a song by Sarah McCready and Ava, Aoibha, called Garden Ghosts.
There were ghosts in the garden. They greeted me at the gate. I went through the side door. She handed me a plate. She was all dressed in white. I called her my mother. When I opened my eyes, she had the face of another. She wasn't mine. She wasn't mine. She wasn't mine. She wasn't mine. Early morning drives, coming down from the city. Trees pass me by. Oregon looks so pretty. He met me in the woods, coffee in his hand, but he was not the man who held me as a babe. He wasn't mine. He wasn't mine. He wasn't mine. He wasn't mine. And they will never be mine. And they will never be. See right through me. Why it took you so long, dear? I traded all of my cards just to fool it to the start. Should have paid more attention in final year. Just like our mountain, spaced out, intertwining without words to interfere. For every you break, there's a dent in my state. I take it you don't wanna know me here. Saving without being saved isn't hard to be showcased. The more I paint it, the less I see of you. But I don't hate you, and I won't blame you as much as I want to. Salty minds with the tears on my face. Maybe one of these days we'll be out of this place. I'd sooner be dead than to settle here.
Are we on our beautiful island that we can claim? Sarah McCready, Ava and Amy Michelle, 3 artists you just heard there as our own. Oh, beautiful tune by Amy Michelle called Patience, and I adore her work. Again, she's only a young one. She's early 20s, started making tunes in her bedroom, and now look at her go. We are so blessed. Okay, I'm going to take it down a little notch. You know, we're going to sink into the Wednesday groove. This is The Ritual by Niall McCabe, a beautiful little song to kind of get you cozied up. I don't know what the weather's like is there, to be honest. I'm in Paris. It's cold here, but the sun is out. I'm going to take a walk after this, maybe go visit some art galleries. Yeah, that's my life. It's not always my life. Don't be too sick, I swear. I'll be back with you guys in 2 weeks' time. This is Niall McCabe with The Ritual.
Now that all the roads are empty and all the maids have been and gone, all the work we had is over. Come sit with me in the evening sun. All the evening fires are fading, gentle talk and sleep for some. We won't waste the time, my lover. Come lay with me, night has come. Silence breaks with easy answers falling from your gentle mouth. And who would choose to be alone when the day comes down? Na 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 na. night, the winds they're blowing, they're wrapped up in our bed so tight. We won't fear the night like others, deep in the sleep, deep in the night. But in the east, the dawn is breaking, the ritual of life's begun. Arise, arise, come see my darling, come share our lives till our lives are done. Morning breaks with easy laughter, every smile is same to miss. We don't need to be alone when every day can be like this. Morning breaks with easy laughter, every smile is shame to miss. We don't need to be alone when every day can be like this. 'Cause every day can be like this.
That was The Ritual by Niall McCabe, and for some reason I always think of that as a Wednesday song. Is that strange? Do your songs in your mind have days of the week? And another Wednesday song is this little collaboration by Lisa Hannigan and Talos. This is their song called Crows.
You speak the silence of me, the cradle of the mountains, in search of island needs. Shook vanishing stars from shivering islands that drop like dorsal leaves at the sun with a cry notched from the silence. Aim at the sun with a cry blackened by silence. You caught my love with numberless scars. Turn up, stagger on, blind bullet forced from the seas. Where you go, this love blackens the silence. Do we know of love blind in the silence? In cold wild waters we storm out slow. Cold wild waters we stumble out slow. Defining wars like we cleared out gold. Defining wars like we bleed out gold. In cold wild waters we storm out slow. In cold wild waters
That was a beautiful collaboration of two Irish artists, Talos and Lisa Hannigan, with their song Crows. Straight on to some brand new Irish music here on Spotlight. This is Anamika, who has just been nominated for a Choice Music Award, which I'm very excited about. 10 fantastic artists, of course, nominated for Album of the Year. And I think for the first time in history, more women than men have been nominated. There's one for the girls, because usually now it is the other way around. So we are going to take a win when we can get it. This is Anamika with her song Salt.
I sometimes think that I have never the hang of it, this transient thing of knowing what is. Let me dress your day into more sun you've been keeping to yourself, but it's warmer outside than in. We sing these songs 1,000 moons and counting this curious trait of turning cheek and hearsay. The stories waver as the statues burn. If it's fiction you believe, curtain fall if you please. So flat sundown with your magnet eyes, overhead birds cry in a sideways sky, and a whole lost stars. I fear I'm wasting time. Oh, observe it, tell me where your mind lies. So flat bleach white, and the horse flies, sweet drip in the sweat of a restless night. Fate shine in the car light. Oh, observe it, tell me, are you satisfied? Clouds as they climb, the sun is ablaze in your eyes. As you climb, the sun is ablaze in your eyes. White eyes, white eyes, white eyes.
that is the glorious Salt by Anna Mika. If you ever get the chance to go to a little festival in Meath called Another Love Story, do go along to that. That's where I first saw Anna Mika perform, and I was absolutely mesmerised by her energy on that stage and just how she managed to fill the room with wonder. Stay with us. After this short news break, I'm going to come back to you with a fabulous little interview with a woman I met here while in Paris. Stay tuned for more soon. Yes, you are. You're very welcome back to Spotlight for the second hour of our show today on this Wednesday afternoon in January, when things are a little cold and quiet and, you know, things can get a little bit sad. But don't worry, I've got your back. I'm here to play some tunes to keep the mood light, the energy levels up, and your heart nice and warm. I am coming to you from the Irish Cultural Centre in the heart of Paris. And I adore it here, let me tell you. I have been lucky enough to snag 3 weeks in this beautiful centre full of artists and creative human beings that potter around and make cups of tea, but also work on their fabulous projects. And one woman that is staying here at the same time as I am, her name is Sarah Byrne. She is an artist, a poet, a writer. She runs an incredible program, creative writing program. And I snagged her for an interview. She, after the tune, I'm going to come straight in with the interview I did with Sarah just very recently here in my little bedroom / working space in this cultural centre. But first, we are going to take a tune from one of our favourites here on Spotlight. He is Shawnee Birmingham. This is his new tune called The Centre of Everything. We'll be back soon.
It starts with a fall and it ends up with a kiss at a Christmas party. And I started reading Yeats to see how you think and what you dream of. Now you walk on clouds, but I don't think that that is enough now. But it's all that I can give you, a legend of some fortune. See columns of fire, while I'm out here chasing the tide. And there's shadows on the moon, and I'm running into the darkness. And the waves are getting close. This is the gospel according to no one. Try to be perfect, just be good. We all have our secrets that no one knows. it's the glory that makes a man. It's just the ending that I can't stand.
I am absolutely delighted to welcome the incredible Sarah Byrne to my little room here in the Cultural Centre of Ireland in the heart of Paris. That's why it sounds a little bit not like a radio station, because we're not in a radio station, we're in Paris. Sarah, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day today to come and chat to me.
My pleasure. Thank you, Ruth.
So tell me, we met a week ago. You're starting your residency program at the start of January, like I was. How long are you planning on staying in Paris?
I'll be here until July, with a lot of field trips back to Ireland as well. So I'm usually back in Ireland once a month.
You're back in Ireland once a month. So there's a lot of toing and froing in your life, kind of looking over what you've done in the past. I never really know where you're based at any time. How do you...
Nor do I, Ruth. Nor do I.
You're in Paris right now, and we're glad to have you, and we'll take you at that. Let's talk about your work in general and how you kind of got to be here on this fabulous adventure for 6 months. I mean, how... Your whole life seems incredibly interesting when I'm looking back at it. You have a master's in criminology.
I do, and creative writing. So,
okay. I wouldn't normally put those two things together.
Yeah, I think exactly 10 years apart. Yeah, 2007 and 2017. Yeah.
How does one make the leap from criminology to creative writing?
Well,
we're settling in now. Go on.
Yeah, I suppose it's from my own experience. From when I was born, I was always I had the temperament of a very sensitive person, and I always was hyper aware of just people who were excluded from society. I had a uncle who passed away in an asylum, and I had, I just was incredibly aware of especially mental health sensitivity in certain people. And I also, there was a lot of suicide in my neighbourhood as well. So I became extremely curious about this and tried to understand why people were locked away, basically. And I wasn't a very bright student. That came, not that I don't know if I became bright, but that came much, much later with sort of grafting and a lot of hard work. And I basically, it sounds a little bit naive, I just wanted to help people. And I just didn't want people to feel they had to leave this planet that I was rather fond of. And basically, I did sociology and social policy and German at Trinity, and spent an awful lot of time as well studying the Holocaust and Holocaust literature, and again sort of all these overlapping themes. And I suppose my main preoccupation is like, who has power and how is it used, and I went on site. I thought that I would be, I suppose in a way I was slightly snobby and ignorant when you're young, and I thought, well, I'm not going to go away and write about this. Writing's not going to help anyone. So I put myself in work roles. I worked in hospitals in advocacy and research. I worked in prisons, community centres, and then towards the end of that, I suppose, career, I ran a restorative justice project. And I wouldn't say that they weren't good fits, but there was basically this common pattern that really, what I was most passionate was the effect of language on people's lives, the effect of the document, identity, and the paper trail of your life, basically. So that led me back then to the written word. And after 10 years of doing that, I decided actually there is immense power, immense potential, and capacity in writing. So that's how I sort of landed back with words.
I mean, it's unbelievable. I wouldn't normally think about the effect of language on someone's life like that if they've been imprisoned or hospitalised and labelled.
Yeah.
And then that label, unfortunately, would not just stick with you in a social sense, but in your own head. So yeah, the language that other people use to describe you, and the language that you're surrounded by. So from that, you know, incredible career, and then you've made the jump to creative writing and, you know, poetry, and you're doing some incredible work there. You're, you know, a poet, and I'd love to hear some of your work at some point if you wouldn't mind. But you're also kind of a mentor or a teacher and an editor, and you're a program kind of manager. Am I saying all those things right?
Yeah, I guess I'm just always an evolver. So I started a literary journal quite in a conventional way in 2016, and as an experiment, and basically published poetry and later prose of like very established people like Anne Carson, Paul Muldoon. We reprinted a radio play of Sylvia Plath, and then emerging writers. And I just thought there was something very spicy and sort of new to put sort of really well established writers with new writers. This sort of it comes back full circle to the power thing. I'm always interested in basically trying to shift around the pieces on the board and trying to see what happens, like what comes from that. Is it dialogue? Is it isolation, or is it collaboration? So we ran that for 4 years, and then during the pandemic,
that lovely thing that we suffered through and survived.
Yeah, and I suppose we always were sort of front facing. So although we didn't have a physical building, a lot of the ecology of the project was launches. I collaborate a lot with West Cork Literary Festival, the Munster Literature Centre. We've been at Court as well. And so a lot of Listowel. And so a lot of it was front facing. And then I said, okay, I'm not going to see people for a while. So I started thinking, how can I bring that 10 years, that like, not just that 10 years of work, but it's embarrassing to say 15 years of study to... like I can't just put that in a box and just pretend it didn't happen, right? So like there must be some parallels. So I basically started developing what were sociological poetry programs, or sort of like anthropological poetry programs. They were a bit looser. It was, sometimes I'm a bit like, it's like getting a picnic, you know, I just pick all the things I like, and it's like
not thinking about how they go together.
Yeah, see how they go together, and like, but this is great, and this is great, and this is great. And then I distilled, much like you would a poem or a song. I distilled, and that led to this year creating what I really, really sort of wanted to talk to people about, and that's how our bodies are treated and mistreated, and how that happens in particular containers, like buildings. So the 3 buildings we're focused on this year are school, hospital, for obvious reasons in parallel with my career, school, hospital and prison, because I think school was the first physical location where I noticed inequality, lack of fairness, and just like profound boredom as well.
I think a lot of people will understand that.
And you know, and that boredom, that theme of boredom runs through obviously the container of the hospital and the prison, and what do we actually do with our time when we're forced to be in a place. So that seemed like a really ripe, rich area to develop poems with people.
So that's exactly what you're doing with this. They're courses in which you develop poems. Yeah. So I mean, so on your website, thewellreview.com, you've got these different courses built up: school, hospital and prison. And the prison one, for example, is this poetry course will look at different physical and mental positions a body must take in a prison setting and consider poetic responses to shared experiences. That sounds so powerful. It really does, but it sounds so cathartic and so interesting. And, you know, I presume if you're doing that course, you just learn to put yourself into positions that you never would have considered of before. It just sounds mind-blowing. And so do you offer these courses then throughout the year, or how does it work?
We're balancing at the moment now, reintegrating our publishing schedule. So we're publishing now from March of this year.
Great.
So it runs seasonally, like almost like school, so September to June.
Brilliant.
So, yeah, and then the summer I spend teaching and working at festivals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Any festivals of note that you want to tell us about that we'd look forward to this summer?
Yeah, the West Cork Literary Festival is always, I've been going there for years and I've been collaborating with them since 2017. One of the highlights was Anne Carson in 2019, and Emer, the director, is just absolutely fantastic. She is just so open to my kind of wacky ideas and my experiments, and yeah, she's such an enriching and sort of empowering person to know.
We might see you down in West Cork.
Yeah,
then,
no,
for the
absolutely.
festival. And then tell us in your kind of in your journeys to get where you need to be to write poetry, where do you find yourself meandering? Like either physically or in your own space and mentally. Like how do you get to bring yourself to the paper when you're about to write? What kind of journeys do you go on yourself? Like
I have to specs, yeah. So I'm a little bit more ordered and less romantic maybe than other people. Like if you think of the muse or the inspiration, I
love to hear you say that though, because I don't think to be a poet you need to fall in line with the, you know, what we perceive a poet to be. Yes, you're dyspraxic. Do you love a list? I love a list.
I love a list. I love a box. This is this new containers project I'm doing. I love a box, a lid, a clasp,
nice,
a prison. No. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's that sort of logos and mythos, you know, it's the logical. Often the logical comes after the mythological, but yeah, there's the romance and there's the beauty and the aesthetic, but there has to be the form, there has to be the thing within, that it is the thing which contains it. Yeah. And the poem is just another container for me. And I suppose a big thing, I mean, I'm teaching later this evening, and a big thing I've been inviting writers to think and reflect on is, why does this exist?
Yeah.
Like, so to have this ethical practice towards writing. You know, Ocean Vuong says like every word is a citizen of the population of the poem, you know, and this, yeah, like why does this exist? I saw photos for the Amy Winehouse biopic that's in production at the moment, and a lot of biopics and things. I think, why does this exist? You know, what is it achieving? Like, is it creating something new, or is it just, I think of my nephew, is it just like a transfer? You know, is it just transferring everything we already know into a different form, like moving pictures instead of, you know, what we got from the tabloids when Amy was alive? And yeah, I suppose that sort of, those artistic constructions make me quite sad, because they put us at such a distance from a real person that we just become passive. So what I'm really trying to achieve is like, it's ruthless. It's like, why does this exist? And if you can talk yourself out of the poem, don't write it.
And I mean, I love this, and I should be applying it to my own work and my own life and go, no, this is pointless. No, I'm stopping this. No. If I'm not adding to anything in the world, just stop doing what you're doing. There's a lot of value in that, to be honest, and I think that's something I need to write down and take with me every day. But maybe if you would be so generous, you would share a poem of yours.
Absolutely, I'd be delighted.
Great answer. Do you have one to mind that you'd like to share?
Yeah, I suppose I brought up Amy Winehouse, and one prong of my work that I'm interested, of the kind of 80 odd themes I like, is celebrity. So I'm very interested in celebrity. So this is a poem about Judy Garland, and she wasn't allowed to eat on the set of The Wizard of Oz, and that sort of, sorry for the dreadful pun, but that feeds into that sort of story. Yeah.
She wasn't allowed to eat?
No.
I mean, like so that she stayed skinny in her dresses?
Yes.
Stop.
Yeah. So it was my favourite film growing up.
Yeah, and when you hear that, you're probably just like, oh God.
Yeah, so it obviously gives it brings a very adult tinge to something that's, you know, some part of my childhood.
And what's this piece called? That you're
Garland.
Brilliant. Okay, in your own time, Sarah, thank you.
Garland. I was born on a studio lot, aged 12, where words were worms in my gums. I killed them off with a grown-up hand, a forceps that tweezed and pinched all vowels from consonants till my throat was a vase of song and script. Bread was cut from the book. My first meal was a broth of bone. It tasted of wax. They tried to turn me liquid or vapour, not a solid in sight. I heard they fed the dog more. A gopher cut him a steak. Let the juice stain the mash. I don't know how long I've been alive today. They told me for the first time since I was born to fall asleep in a field of feet and poppies. I curved like a wreath. The dog licked my nose. His breath smelled of rain, soil, cloud, then smoke.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. If we would like to hear more of your work, where should we find you?
Well, I don't have any social media, but I'm on...
Amazing. Can we talk about that for a second?
No, I don't, no. But I'm launching various projects. You can find a lot of what I do on thewellreview.com. And through other collaborators as well, but yeah.
We will absolutely look at thewellreview.com, where I believe that you publish a poem from your archives every fortnight as well.
That's right.
Which is just a great little cozy read. Thank you so much for taking the time to share everything with us today. Sarah Byrne, I wish you loads of luck in the rest of your Parisian residency here in the Cultural Centre in Paris. Thank you again.
Thank you, Ruth. Take care.
Artwork on my walls, blood stains and punched holes. I don't know where we belong, but it's not here anymore. And I don't know if I can change it, 'cause I don't care for renovations. So I think that I'm gonna stay here in the remnants of us. In July, where cigarette smoke and butterflies paint us both in a better light. But you're not here anymore, and I don't know if I can take it. Staring into empty spaces, all the tiles cracked where my face is, in the remnants of us. And after all, I could write 1,000 lines, but they would never be you. And as I recall, no, I've tried 1,000 times, but I could never hate you. I need another raw taste of summertime, pure heartbreak and strawberry wine in our veins under lilac skies, but they're not here anymore. And I don't know just how to say it, but I'm losing faith in painting. It only taught a man the basics about the remnants of us. And after all, I could write 1,000 lines, they would never be you. And as I recall, no, I've tried 1,000 times, but I can never Why does everything come back to you? And after all, I could write 1,000 lines, but they would never be you. And as I recall, no, I've tried 1,000 times, but I could never hate you.
And we're still here. Well, I'm still here 56 years after. It was all the show band scene that time. It was in the 60s. Waltz and quick steps and tangos and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Can't wait to hear you. But we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, that's nice.
Isn't that lovely? What a sweet little outro to the song. That is by Will Troy, and the song is called Artwork, and it just... I love hearing voices in tracks, not hearing voices in my head, hearing voices in tracks, especially of the older generation telling stories. It's just so fascinating, isn't it? And it's something that I love to include in my work as a photographer and as a storyteller. So yeah, I mean, who doesn't take inspiration from the music all around them? But I'm definitely listening to that song over and over again just to hear that very sweet outro. Now, continuing with our streak of brand new Irish music, this is by Isa Murphy. It is called Haunted, and it's a bit of a bop.
This house is haunted. There's scars on the walls and footprints in the carpet. I'm trying to look past it, but her ghost keeps coming back, and now your house is haunted. Now you're hearing voices, and secretly I wish mine could sound like hers a bit when you're staring into space, and it's only her in your head, 'cause this house is haunted. You're acting like there could be room for three, but you're more in love with her memory. She's stuck in these four walls and I can't compete. There's no space in this house for me. Before I stepped inside it, she'll never leave your head, and I can't sleep in this bed, 'cause your house is haunted.
These 6 strings don't sound the same. Weary, worn out, just awake. I went away, they said I'm waiting. Out of sight of mind and out of tune. chase that old sound. Bless this new ground. I waited till the perfect moment. Well, not perfect, but my time was up. Undressed, unwound, and put aside. My companion since last July. Bright and weightless, I can't face this alone. Chase that old sound. Bless this new ground.
Now, wasn't that a beautiful little song? That was Joe Ellis with Weightless. Brand new, first time being played on Dublin City FM, as are many of the songs we play here on Spotlight. If you like what you hear and you want to listen back, you can do so on podcast platforms. Search for Spotlight with me, Ruth Medjber. You can find them all wherever you find your podcasts, and we would be delighted to have you listen back. And again, if you want to send us anything, we will be back to our normal kind of scheduling things. What if you're new to us, what we do here is for 2 hours a week, we play exclusively new Irish music across all genres, from hip hop to country to indie to pop to everything in between. But we also like to give our platform to anyone in the community who might need it, who is doing something fun and creative, or they want to showcase their art or their work, or they've got a community event. That's what we do here. We give the airwaves away. So when I'm back in Dublin's fair city, at the end of January, I will be resuming my little post of interviewing fabulous people. One of those people is going to be the divine Alva Reddy, because she has a new album that's coming out. And this is one of my all-time favorite tracks by her, because the lyrics are so beautiful and they just remind me of of the new feeling you get when you meet someone for the first time and you're like, ugh, I am besotted. Here she is with her song Shoulder Blades.
Sit by the window, reading a book you don't like. Finish your coffee slowly, dangle in the kitchen. Call the police on kids from the street, you saw them breaking into a car. You've got deliberation in your eyes when you turn down the blinds. And I love to watch you. How the light hits your face, and in the morning on your shoulder blades, in the bed when you turn away. I love to watch you. house we're living in. Talk of childhood, in a sense we're struggling. Glass and hot tarmac, watch the lines of the sun shrink back behind the wall. How sweet it is to be so close that I can hear you breathing. I can't hear anything else at all. And I love to watch you. How the light hits your face, and in the morning on your shoulder blades in the bed when you turn away. I love to watch you. I love to watch you. Where you now? Back living in your parents' house. Where you now? Back living in your parents' house. Where you now? Where you now? Where you
Now, my lovelies, are you still with me? I hope so. Thanks for joining me, as always, this Wednesday afternoon in January. That was the beautiful Alva Reddy with Shoulder Blades. I don't know about you, but I'm up for a bit of a bop. Are you? Sure, why not? This is Monjola with their brand new track, Big Fat Liar.
You're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar.
Let's go. Yeah, I got some things I need to let go. Holding on to things from the get-go. Fighting with myself and it's mental. Yeah, it's mental. You really got me feeling this way. All your lies have me going insane. I don't trust you when you're the one to blame. Cause I've been mad at myself. Thought you were somebody else. Took my heart and just smashed it. That's not good for my health. I've been mad at myself. Thought you were somebody else. Took my heart and just smashed it. That's not good for my health. I know there's both sides. Do you wanna talk about it? So tired. Do you wanna hear me out? So lie. You don't give a fuck. And now I'm so tired. Why you gotta let me down?
You're a liar, 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 you're a liar.
Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. I just wanna talk, but you always wanna shout. And we never fight when I put it in you. I don't need to say much, cause you know what I'm about. Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Everything that we went through, was it lies? Enough of the shit I can see in your eye. One little lie led to another lie. I have a mind in my business, but you testing my patience. I know God is my witness, but I'm getting impatient. I have a mind in my business, but you testing my patience. I know God is my witness, but I'm getting impatient. Side. Do you wanna talk about my soul tie? Do you wanna hear me out? So lie. You don't give a fuck. And now I'm so tired. Why you gotta let me down?
You're a liar,
is Manchola with Big Fat Liar. Did you love that? I did. Starting having a bit of a bop here. It's Wednesday afternoon. We're coming to the end of this show. Sad times, but happy times will come next Wednesday from 2 to 4, where I will be back on your airwaves. And in the meantime, you can follow my Parisian adventures on my Instagram, which I was told yesterday as I was taking a picture by a friend of mine. He just said, do you photograph everything that you come across and put it online? I was like, yes, I do. I'm one of those people. So if you want a little glimpse of Paris through my eyes, you can follow me at Ruthless Imagery. I am basically just eating vegan rings around Paris and drinking cocktails and dancing in the streets like a lunatic. But you know what? It's my life. Okay, You Know I Love You, right? That's the song. That's the name of the song. You Know I Love You by Foza. I'll be back in a sec. I want to do a little sneaky thing here and shove a song in where I can, just because I can, because I want to. I'm going to change the pace a little bit. This is Fight Like Apes with Tie Me Up With Jackets.
Same goes for you. I like my meatballs in a dish, and I like other people too. As the saying goes, I'm pretty niffed.
That is all we have time for on this week's Spotlight with me, Ruth Medjber. It has been an absolute joy to be your host over the last 2 hours. I will be back next Wednesday on your FM radio playing you a beautiful collection spanning all the genres of brand new Irish music. I really, really, really hope you enjoyed the show today as much as I enjoyed putting it together for you. If you missed any part of the show, you can listen back on podcast platform. Just search for Spotify. I'm going to leave you now with Dahi and the Sea with their tune In My Darkest Moments. I shall see you very soon. A bientôt, à tout à l'heure. Au revoir, my friends.